What is up everybody, and welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to be doing a spark plug replacement on my grandmother's 2015 Toyota Prius, guys. Now this is the 3rd gen Toyota Prius, which is from 2010 to 2015 model. So if you do have that, this video is for you. Now my grandmother came up to me and told me that the dealership was trying to charge her about $600 just for an all-4 spark plug replacement, and I'm like, that is insane. I told her, you know what, I could do it. I mean, I work on all my cars, so I told her that, hey, I can do it. I got you, grandma. So yeah, this should be a pretty easy step. And yes, even if you have never worked on cars before, this is really easy step. I know at first it's gonna look a little complicated, but if you're gonna keep rewatching this video, I think you will get it. So, but enough of me talking, guys. Let's replace the spark plug on this 3rd gen Prius. Alright guys, so I got the hood open on my grandmother's Prius. Now the spark plug, all 4 of them is located 1, 2, 3, 4 underneath there, which is really kind of hard to show it to you guys because of sun glare. I'm really sorry, but it is hidden back there, and then it is really hard to reach, and you can't really take the ignition coil out unless if you remove this gutter right here, a gutter, and then the windshield wiper, the windshield motor, and everything. So you're gonna have to remove that first, so I'm gonna do that. Now if you do have a right-handed drive Toyota Prius, you can jack it up and then put jack stand underneath, then the engine motor will shift a little bit and you can replace them, because the reservoir for the brake master cylinder is in the opposite side. A few things, or on the other side because of the right-handed drive system. So I did hear that if you just jack up the car and throw a jack stand underneath, you do not have to take off the rain gutter and then the windshield wiper and windshield wiper motor and all that stuff. You don't have to do that. But yeah, that's what I heard. Don't quote on me. I don't know 100% because I'm not too familiar with these cars at all. So, but yeah, enough of me talking, guys. Let's remove the windshield wiper first, which is held on 3 14mm bolts, 1, 2, and the 3rd one is right here, and it looks like it is covered up. So we're gonna use a flathead screwdriver to pop that open, and then the 14mm should be hidden right underneath there. Alright, first thing first, let's pop this open using a flathead screwdriver. Off, just easy. Got a little cap. Next step underneath, there should be a 14mm bolt. I'm just going to use an impact because I have an impact myself. So that's one. And then you want to bend this blade over like that. Gosh dang. And then it should pop right out just like that. So one of the wiper blades out, moving on to the next one. Alright, next I'm going to remove 2 14mm bolt for the passenger side blade. And the passenger side blade should come off just like that. That side was way easier. Alright, after you got the wiper blades out, you're going to remove the 2 covers on the side, right? One right here on the driver's side, and another one on the passenger side, which is right here. So let's remove those. Alright, to do that, put the flathead screwdriver underneath, pop it up, and then slides out, because there's a little slider. So pop it up, slides out. Same thing on the other side. Alright, same thing on the driver's side. The flathead underneath there. Twist it, kind of pop it open, and slides out. Just like that. Easy peasy. Alright, after you remove that, we're gonna remove 2 plastic clips. One right here, and then one on the other side, right here on the passenger side. And to do this, you're gonna use a flathead and press the middle, and it should pop up. So let's do that. If you press the middle right here just like that, yep, it just popped, and that's loose. And make sure you do not lose this plastic clip, because we want to put this back later. So sorry about the sun glare, guys. Same thing on this side. Press down and it should pop right out. And that's that. Again, do not lose this piece. Alright, next step, we're going to remove this cover. There's 5 clips underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as you guys can see. And to do that, should be a clip underneath. You can remove it. Good, press it up. So push in and up. Little by little, that's coming out. This one went back in. Sometime it wants to go back in. So yeah. And after that, it should pop right out. Oh, that should go back in. Grab the wrong part of it. There you go, and that's out. All right, next step, guys, I'm gonna remove the wiper motor and an assembly right here. First thing, I'm gonna disconnect the wire. It should be underneath. The clip is. It should pop right out. And to do this, I'm gonna use a flathead screwdriver. Go underneath, pry it up, and it should come right out. All right, after you pry this out, you just kind of want to follow that wire and pretty much get everything off of it. Pry it up. All right, that's out. All right, so the best to move these, I figured it out. Use a needle nose plier, get underneath it, pinch them, and it should come right out. I want to say, it's kind of hard to get it in. Let me get it from the other side. There you go, that's out. Gonna do the same thing on this side. Using a needle nose plier, pinch it, it should pop right out just like that. Nice. So all that wiring is out and free. All right, now we're gonna remove the wiper motor out, which is held on by 4 10mm bolts. 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the side right over here. All right, just be careful with it. Don't drop the bolts once you loosen them. And then the fourth one, watch out, don't drop this behind it. And that's all 4. All right, now this whole assembly should come out. Let's wiggle it out gently. And behind it, there's a little bushing that's held onto it, so you just pull this out. So yeah, this one is held onto a bushing back there. You just slide it out and it comes out. And then the bushing that I was talking about is right there. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there, and when I put it back on, and just slide it back in. All right, next step, we're gonna take this bracket out. Now this bracket is hang on to a 3 10mm bolts, so 1, 2, and 3. So we're gonna take those 3 bolts out. 2, 3, and then this mounting bracket should come right out. And then don't forget the 2 bolts that I dropped back there. All right, after that, we're gonna fold these 1, 2 flaps down, and then it should be a clip just like that. 1 down, and this one as well. I'm not too sure how this one comes off. It folds down. I'm just gonna fold this end part down, and I think that's it, honestly. All right, so there should be 1, 2, 3 right here, 4 back there. Oh, 4 right there, 5, 6, 7, and 8. They should be 8 bolts, or actually, there's one more that was hidden because it's so dirty. There is 9 bolt right here. So we're gonna be removing these 9 bolts using a 10mm socket. So let's remove all that, and then this should be able to just come out. Alright, after you get all those 9 bolts out, this, fold the flaps down on this side, this should come out. And just just like that, that is out. All right, after all that, I'm gonna remove this cover that says Hybrid Synergy Drive. Should just pop right out. Yep, there should be a hold on to a 3 little rubber bushy, I don't know what you call these, rubber stoppers, I guess. Alright, so after you do all that, you're gonna drop your suspension, the subframe out, and you're gonna drop the engine. Then, you know, you can replace your all 4 spark plugs. Man, finally, guys, we did it. No, I'm just joking, guys. You don't have to do that. All 4 spark plugs are right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the ignition coils, actually. So after you take these out with the 10mm bolts, all 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You take those out, you pop the ignition coils out, then the spark plug should be underneath there. Right, Max? What we say? Right, buddy? So before I install the new spark plug in, I want to make sure to check the gapping. So this is the gapping measurement tool. So every time you buy a spark plug, they should come pre-gapped. Every time you buy from O'Reilly or AutoZone, they should come pre-gapped from the factory spec. And for the 3rd gen Toyota Prius, guys, or most of the cars out there, the gap should be in between 0.039 to 0.043 inches. So those are the measurements should be, and this is the inches side, and then in the back should be the millimeter side. For the millimeter, it should be anywhere from 1 millimeter to 1.1 millimeter. So that's that. And then let's measure it, make sure each one of them is in between in those range. So to do that, you always want to go from the low side. If you have never done this before, go until it gets kind of like stuck, but you don't want to go slam all the way in, because when you do that, you do not want to damage the tip part that's in there. That's kind of the mountain, the tip part in there. You do not want to damage that. I'm sorry, it's really hard to zoom in because this is really tiny. So yeah, you do not want to damage that tip part inside of it when you're measuring it. So you want to be very careful with it when you're measuring it. So let's measure this real quick. This is at 0.04. Yeah, 0.04. So perfect, it's in that range, so that is good. And let's say it's less than 0.039 and you want to make the gap bigger on the inside. The cool thing about this tool is you could put it in here like that and then just wiggle it up like that, and then it will extend it. But you want to be very careful and gentle with it because this will move pretty quick. So you want to be careful and gentle with it, and then remeasure it. And you want to remeasure it, you know, just constantly, because you don't want to like overdo it, because if you overdo it, then one way to do it is you could press it down. So I don't have a metal or wood bench, but you know, I'm just kind of show a demonstration on the back of the measuring device here. To do that, let's say if it's over 0.043, then you kind of tap on it gently, and then you remeasure it and then see if it goes down. But this one is good. Alright, next step, what I'm going to do is pop the ignition coil wire out, all 4 of them. 4. Good Jesus. Alright, so I got all the ignition coil wires out, all 4 of them. And really the trick is press down on here on this end part and then pull it out. You can wiggle it and then pull it out too. But yeah, next step is to take the ignition coils out, all 4 of them, using a 10mm bolt to loosen up, and it should pop right out. So let's do that. And then all 4 ignition coils should pop right out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, that is out. We're gonna take the spark plug out using a 9/16 socket, but this is a spark plug socket that I have, and it's 9/16. So you just put that in, and just went in. It's gonna be hard to loosen it sometimes. This one was easy. Ta-da! First spark plug is out. Let's take a look at it. It's actually not in bad condition at all, the first one out. Wow, that's pretty good. That's a good wear. Alright, let's take the second one out. Alright, second one's out. Let's take a look at it. This is pretty good too, not bad. Not a bad wear. Third one's out. Looks good as well. Nice. Fourth one is pretty good too. Alright, next step, it's time to install the new spark plug. But before you do that, you want to get one of these anti-seize. There's a pack one that they sell at at the auto store. You could get that, but I have the full one because I do a lot of work on my cars. So this is what it looks like, a copper anti-seize. This is what you want. So what you do with this is you put on the thread part a little bit so it doesn't get locked up. And you do not want to get it on the tip of it. And then after you grease that, you want to put it in the spark plug socket. And then the spark plug socket, what it does is there's a rubber bushing in there that holds it. And then you can pretty much tighten this down. So let's go do that. I put the anti-seize on, then slowly put it in. Try not to get the anti-seize touched while it's going in there. And then hand tighten it first. And then once it gets kind of tight, then we're going to torque it down to 13 foot-pounds. Because we did put the anti-seize on. Let's say if you're using a NGK laser iridium spark plug, then those are going to be at 15 foot-pounds. But these are just NGK iridium plugs, just a regular plug. It's not the high-end one, just a regular plug, so it's just going to be a 13 foot-pounds. But if you are going to be using a laser iridium, it's going to be a 15 foot-pound. Right, so let's torque it down to 13 foot-pound and take your time on this, no rush. That's 13 foot-pounds. That's it. Nicely done. One's down and then 3 more to go. So I have a little fancy torque wrench here. You do not have to get this, but literally I would recommend if you don't have a torque wrench, it definitely comes in handy. But yeah. And then the last one. Alright, now next step, we're going to put the ignition coil back in. But before we put the ignition coil back in, we're going to put some little bit of dielectric grease on it, on the tip part. Use a pinky to kind of spread it around. That should be good. Honestly, that's where the ignition coil is going to be going in, so that's good. Ignition coil in. I'm going to take that 10mm bolt. Put the second one in. And I'm just gonna use my impact and just go snug with it. You don't want to go aga-daga with these, No pressure. Perfect. After all that, we want to put all the plugs back in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam! And that is it. And then just pretty much put everything back together And then that will do it. Alright, put the cover back on first. Perfect. Nice. After that, I'm going to put this cover in place. Make sure this side's lined up too. Bam. Alright, now let's put the bolts back in. Alright, put back all the 9-10 millimeter bolts back in. First, I'm going to put it in hand tight. And then use a 10 millimeter socket to tighten it down. Put this bracket back in. Always hand tight first with the bolts. Alright, let's tighten those down. Nicely done. Put the steering bracket and the motor back in. Then put the screws back in. There should be 4 screws that's holding it down with the 10 millimeter bolts. Tighten it down by using a 10 millimeter socket. You want to kind of go a little bit tight on these because these brackets moves around in here. So, and that's that. All right, next step, bring this wire over. This wire pretty much sends all the power to the wiper motor. Put all 4 clips back in, and then the final clip that connects to the wiper motor. Plug it back in, nice and in there. Now put this cover back on. And then there's a clip underneath here, nice and lined up. And you want to have these 2 edge holes lined up on those holes. Alright, this is the passenger side. I'm gonna put the plastic piece back in there. Click. Alright, so when you guys put these clips back in, make sure the top part's sticking out like that. First, you want to slide the under part in, and then press the top. And then that's all in. Don't forget to put the side cover back on. And then same on the driver's side. Just slide back in, then push it back in. It's not really like a clicking noise. It'd be nice if it clicked in, but it is in. So next step, put the passenger side wiper back on. Make sure they're all nice and lined up center. Hand tighten it first, and then use a 14 millimeter socket to tighten it down. You could go pretty tight on these. Nice, that's good. Alright, now let's do the driver's side. Alright, I did kind of have to readjust the passenger side real quick, but I managed to line it up. Kind of press it down when you tighten this down. Tight with it. Pretty sure that's in all the way. That's that. And then one last piece, you can't forget this, to put this cover back on. Ta-da! And then that's how you pretty much do a spark plug. Now let's go start the engine up. Start her up, brake, start. It's really hard to see it, but it's on. Stick on the gas real quick. Yep, sounds normal to me. Let's go check the engine, make sure everything works. I have the keys with me, that's why it's making that beeping noise. Everything sounds really good. Nice. And then another test, let's check the wipers. Oh, wiper works great. Let's go slow, medium, fast. Sweet, everything is good. Make sure you guys test all that, and then you're good to go. And pretty much wrap up for today's video. I hope this video was helpful. Spark plug replacement on my grandmother's 2015 Toyota Prius. It saved her about 600 bucks, really 550 bucks, because spark plugs were about, you know, 55 bucks, you know, total with all the anti-seize and grease and all that. So man, you're gonna be saving a ton of money by doing this by yourself. And then let's say if you're, you know, don't have any mechanic background or mechanic knowledge at all, if you have all the tools, honestly, and if you can step all these guys, you know, honestly, you can get it done pretty well. So, you know, it's really simple, really all the work, you know, it's really annoying to take all the, you know, the rain guard off and then, you know, the wiper motor and wiper arms out. You know, it is pretty annoying, but, you know, once you get that out of the way, it's pretty simple, fast forward. So you'll get it. So if you guys have any question, please hit my Instagram up. That is jdm.dennis, and I'll leave it right here. Is it up here? Right here? Right. I think it's like down this corner, right around here. I'll leave it. So yeah, make sure you guys go give me a follow, and if you have any questions, message me and all that. So I hope this video was helpful. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Other than that, guys, peace out and stay thirsty, my friends. Oh, Maxie, he's stuck around the whole way. I know, I'm sorry about the mess. This is my race car. That's my daily, that's my diesel pickup truck to tow this car, really. But I pretty much got the transmission out, clutch out. Gonna remove the lower bowl joint. I'm soaking that up with the WD-40 because it's really tight on there. Install the clutch. That video is coming up next. All the transmission rebuild and stuff, so stay tuned. LSD install and all that too, so stay tuned on that.